Major computer outage caused chaos for thousands of customers. Plus this.
A man left for dead on the Cross Bronx Expressway early this morning. Coming up, what investigators find particularly puzzling about this case.
Speeding is a leading cause of traffic deaths. Slow down. Your choices matter.
Announcing Hyundai's Better Than Ever sales event. Come in now for the biggest savings in our 30-year history on select new Hyundais. Like up to $5,000 total savings on the 2017 Santa Fe Sport.
Really?
Wow.
And every new Hyundai comes with an amazing warranty.
America's best warranty.
Hurry in before the best offers in Hyundai history are, well, history. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. Better Than Ever is the reason to buy now. Now through Memorial Day, lease a Santa Fe Sport for only $129 a month or get up to $5,000 in savings. Hurry, these offers end May 31st.
We know you missed this.
Are there tissues in here?
And this.
Now don't break out my daughter. You're the boss of this house. Say it one more time.
Oh. And especially this.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
We do too. It's okay. Julie's coming back.
There's no better feeling than that.
Big Brother premieres CBS June 28th.
Up with a low-rate auto loan from Municipal Credit Union. Call 1-888-4MCU-AUTO or visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years.
1 in 4 pedestrian deaths and injuries involve turning vehicles. Turn slowly. Your choices matter.
You're watching CBS 2 News This Morning.
Good morning. It is coming up on 7:30 on this Sunday, May 28th. I'm Andrea Grymes.
And I'm Cindy Hsu. The day's top stories are straight ahead. Let's check the weather, though, first with Vanessa, and it's looking pretty good, although it's really cloudy. Is that a big shot behind you?
Yes. So this is a live picture behind me, and it is completely obscured by these low clouds that have been rolling in throughout the morning. So alas, this is what it will look like overhead for much of the day near the coastline. Inland, there'll be more sun and warmer temperatures. But yes, it's going to be pretty cloudy by the coast today, but we're not expecting much in the way of rain, maybe a tiny bit of drizzle at most. 59 the temperature right now in the city, 61 on Wall Street. As you look at the bigger picture, we've got 56 in Somerville, 56 in the Hamptons. And what's important to look at are these wind arrows. You see how they're rolling in off the water? That's why these clouds, these low clouds, are moving across the city because they're just kind of being ushered in by the winds this morning. On the Vortex satellite and radar picture, no rain right now, and that's pretty much the way we expect it to stay today. Again, maybe a tiny bit of drizzle, it's possible, and maybe a shower north and west of the city later on. But overall, it's going to be a decent day, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Thicker clouds, though, near the coastline and cooler temperatures. In the city, 69 along the shore, more like low to mid 60s out east, mid to upper 60s along the Jersey Shore. Inland, though, temperatures will be in the low to mid 70s today. So mixed bag across the region, but not too shabby when we look at it from this angle, right? When we're looking up. Your full forecast is not far away. Cindy and Andrea, back to you.
Vanessa, thank you. We have breaking news in the Bronx. Police are searching for answers after a man was struck and killed walking along the Cross Bronx Expressway.
CBS 2's Allie Bauman is live in Parkchester with more on this deadly hit and run. Allie?
Well, Cindy and Andrea, it's been a gruesome sight out here this morning. We're standing just above the Cross Bronx Expressway, near where police say a man was hit by several cars in the northbound lane near that Castle Hill Avenue exit. Police believe around 2:30 this morning, an elderly man was walking on the highway. Now, it's unclear if he was trying to cross it or was walking along the road, but police say he was hit by one vehicle and then almost bounced around by several more. Police say the body is now so mangled, it's unclear how many times he was hit, and they're having trouble even identifying who the man is. But what they do know, none of those drivers stopped, all of them leaving him on the road. Now, take a look back here live. You can see that traffic is back to normal after a morning of very heavy delays here. And again, we are continuing to monitor the story, and we'll bring you updates as soon as they become available. For now, we're we're live at the Parkchester section of the Bronx. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Allie, thank you. Police have released new images this morning of the man accused of shooting 3 men in Chelsea, all while riding a bicycle. Investigators say they're now looking for this man in connection with the shooting. It happened around 3:30 yesterday morning outside a deli on West 14th Street. Police say a 4th man suffered a graze wound but refused medical attention. We spoke with a woman who heard the gunshots.
We were sound asleep. We woke up. I heard 5 gunshots. I woke myself up and my family. I could see, someone who was on the ground. I could see people around that person on the ground.
All 3 victims were taken to the hospital and are expected to be okay.
The bicyclist is recovering from a hit-and-run crash in Midtown. Happened around 2:30 yesterday afternoon on West 57th Street between 10th and 11th Avenues. The biker ended up on the ground next to some parked cars. Witnesses say a black car hit him and kept on going. The man suffered cuts to his face and mouth.
He pressed the brake so hard, so the bike flipped like upside down to the other side.
The man was taken to New York Hospital, and the search continues for the hit-and-run driver.
A tractor trailer went up in flames at a New Jersey Turnpike rest stop, and now police are investigating. It happened at the Vince Lombardi service station in Ridgefield early yesterday morning. The flames, as you can see, spread to a nearby store, which was quickly evacuated. While the truck was on fire, the driver says he had just enough time to move it away from the gas pumps, possibly avoiding a massive explosion.
And had I not moved that truck away from the fuel island, it probably would have blew up this entire service area.
The truck driver says he suffered minor injuries. 2 bomb threats caused evacuations at Columbia University in Morningside Heights. Police told the university the threats are part of an apparent citywide hoax. Hackers reportedly sent notes to the university threatening a bomb attack. The IT office was evacuated yesterday morning. Hours later, the library was evacuated. The FBI is now investigating.
Well, every year, hundreds of people are killed or injured in boating accidents on Memorial Day weekend.
On Long Island, police say they'll take to the waters to track down drivers under the influence. But experts say that's not the only threat on the waterways. CBS 2's Jessica Layton reports.
The purr of engines could be heard all across the Great South Bay on Long Island's South Shore. Thousands of boaters are lining the canals and docks, gearing up for their holiday plans on the water.
Just getting the boat ready for the season.
For educator Sammy Gergis, it means checking to make sure everything is ready safety-wise for his guests when he takes the helm this weekend.
Just, being cognizant of all the surroundings and everyone that's around me, to prevent any sort of accident and to minimize the risk.
And there is great risk. Last year, police recorded 14 boat accidents in the Great South Bay. 1 person was killed and 5 injured. At the Bayshore dock, police showed off the vessels they'll use to watch for unsafe drivers, especially those under the influence. Besides the county boats, Islip is adding its harbor boat and a dozen Marine Patrol officers. The police commissioner said intoxicated boaters should expect no mercy.
If you make the decision to drink and drive, we will arrest you.
But operator error by sober captains is involved in half of all boating accidents. While Suffolk County mandates operators take a safety course, statewide, no license is required. George Fontaine teaches boat safety. He points to the capsizing 5 years ago in Oyster Bay of a family boat where 3 children died when the waters were overcrowded.
So there's no brakes on a boat. Okay, so you don't think you're going to go out there and run along at 15 knots and then all of a sudden stop dead. You're not going to do it.
Fontaine says the #1 safety must for any holiday boater is to have plenty of life-saving flotation devices on board. Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.
Under the law, repeat offenders of unsafe boating face stiffer penalties than first-timers.
Well, a Jersey Shore hotspot is now making it easier for visitors to park. Asbury Park has launched a new smartphone app that allows users to pay for parking, track how much time they have left, and extend their session remotely. Now, the app is called Asbury Park, like the city, and it allows drivers to pay for individual parking sessions with their debit or credit card or load funds onto a digital wallet.
Time now is 7:34. Coming up, panic at a water park this holiday weekend. A young boy goes airborne after getting thrown off a brand new water slide. The surprising ending, plus this.
They have to understand that these flags just aren't flags. They represent someone who fought in war.
And it's not just a day off of work or a day at the beach. How a group of students is reminding people about the real reason for Memorial Day.
This is so much fun. And it's time for summer movie season. We have a rundown of the films opening at the box office.
But first, here's Vanessa with your forecast.
Going to be a bleak look up today. We have low clouds moving on in, but if you're heading inland, you'll see more sunshine. Coming up, we're going to talk about Memorial Day. What can you expect? When will the rain move in and out? Details straight ahead.
This Pocono Mountain Peak is brought to you by the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau. Free you in the Pocono Mountains. This portion of CBS 2 News is brought to you by Raymore and Flanagan.
There's nothing quite like summer. Raymore and Flanagan's Memorial Day sale can get your home ready fast. Everything's on sale. Renew any room with the best brands at low sale prices. Save up to 28% on living rooms, up to 21% on outdoor furniture, up to 25% on bedrooms, up to $1,000 off mattress sets. No interest for 72 months. The Memorial Day sale ends Monday 9 p.m. at Raymore and Flanagan.
Sometimes the scope of the story demands a unique perspective.
See the best of Drone Force 2.
Only on CBS 2 News. Expect more.
Get covered, NYC. Sign up for low or no-cost health insurance today. If you're a family of 2 adults making $32,040 a year or less, you can get health insurance for $40 a month or less. That covers your doctor's visits, prescription drugs, and more. There's even free in-person enrollment assistance to help you sign up. For a list of locations near you, call 311 or text Covered NYC to 877-877. Sign up today and get Covered NYC.
Supreme performance, advanced intelligence, or breathtaking style, there's a C-Class just for you. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Lease the C300 sedan for $399 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
My secret for the perfect backyard? Elegant design, luxurious details, and knowing exactly when the sale starts.
Come to the Fortune Off Backyard Store for the largest selection of outdoor furniture. And now through Monday, we'll axe the tax on all outdoor furniture, axe the tax on all accessories, axe the tax on everything in the store. Visit FortuneOffBYS.com for the location nearest you and axe the tax. Now open in Poughkeepsie and Montgomeryville.
Fortune Off Backyard Store.
Looking too amazing out there, but it could be worse. 59 degrees, 738. Vanessa says it'll be a bit more cloudy today than yesterday. A few opportunities for some raindrops, but not a total washout. She'll have the full forecast coming up. A 10-year-old boy is doing okay after a frightening fall at a water park. The boy was riding the Emerald Plunge water slide in Dublin, California yesterday when he somehow flew right off the slide and landed on the concrete. He was taken to the hospital. Surprisingly, his parents say he only has scratches on his back.
Ongoing problems for British Airways travelers today after a serious computer glitch grounded hundreds of flights. The global IT crash forced the airline to cancel all flights yesterday from London's Heathrow and Gatwick airports as the company is working to fix the problem. Officials believe a power supply issue is to blame and not a cyber attack. The outage hit during the busy holiday weekend as many people in England had travel plans which are now ruined.
Have been given absolutely zero information from anybody here at Heathrow. None of the staff know what's going on. I just went and asked a member of staff a while ago about whether the flights were cancelled because that's what Sky News was saying, and they said, oh, I don't know.
British Airways says it's hoping to operate at near normal schedule today, but says many aircrafts and crews are out of position around the world. Passengers are being asked to confirm their flights before going to the airport.
Well, back here at home, for many families, Memorial Day weekend means the beach and barbecues.
But a group of 8th graders is trying to help people remember what the solemn holiday is really about in a patriotic show of support.
This is what Memorial Day is about. The 8th graders at Eric S. Smith Middle School planted a flag for each American soldier killed in Iraq and Afghanistan since 2001. That's nearly 7,000 flags. The students are hoping this field will remind young people what the holiday really means.
They may not understand the cost of war. They have to understand that these flags just aren't flags. They represent someone who fought in war and gave up their lives for us.
Each flag planted with great care.
It kind of felt like I was that person, that family member who had to see their gravestone, putting a flower down to their grave, It's a dark, sad feeling.
The 8th grade class came up with the idea on a school trip to Washington, D.C. and after learning about another New Jersey school's field of flags. At Arlington National Cemetery, they planted flags around one of their own. Corporal Michael Jankowicz, who was killed in Afghanistan in 2010. He was just 23 years old and had graduated from their middle school.
This person sacrificed their life, and they lived so close to where you are. They walked the same halls that you did.
The sacrifice made the Jankowicz family a Gold Star family, meaning they had lost a loved one in service to the country. These flags are for the 3 Gold Star families from Ramsey. The mothers of the soldiers will plant these flags in the field in memory of their sons.
I do see these flags, and it shows that there's still signs of hope and peace for this country, and each flag shows that there's a sacrifice.
These students were really so amazing because they came up with this project.
Right.
And they raised $3,000 on their own by going to different businesses and telling them what they were going to do. And so all these local businesses and private people just gave them money to do this and get the flags and, get the ceremony going.
Really so moving, and so moving to hear them speak and to see how moved they were by it.
Well, the good thing also is they plan to do this every year from now on. And they hope to expand it to a larger field so that more people can see it. Because the field you saw was right next to their school. So you have to kind of go in, but they want one kind of near a roadway, actually, so cars can see it and more people know what the real reason is.
Yeah, thank you to those students for reminding all of us. Time now is 7:42. Let's get a check on the forecast from meteorologist Vanessa Murdoch. Vanessa.
Clouds are looming over the city right now, and essentially that's what we get for the duration of today. Low clouds along the coastline, and then more sunshine inland. First order of business, let's check in with our weather watchers. Temperatures for most of us in the upper 50s and low 60s. Right now, 57 degrees. This reading from Steven in Whippany, New Jersey. Let's see what he has to say. He says, my town is having a parade at 9:30 tomorrow. Is it going to rain? And unfortunately, it does look like at 9:30 tomorrow, they'll be dealing with some rain in Whippany, New Jersey. In fact, most of us will be dealing with a little bit of rain then. As we move up north, 61 degrees in Esopus this morning. This reading from Chrissy Lowe under mostly cloudy skies. She as well has left us a comment. Will there be spotty sprinkles up there today? And you know what? As we get into the afternoon, evening hours, maybe some spotty sprinkles well north of the city. We could see a few along the coast. But overall, it's a dry but mainly cloudy day. Temperatures are going to be all over the map, so to speak. 69 the high in the city, but along the shorelines, cooler will be closer to the mid-60s. Inland, notice these highs. 70s, mid-70s for places in inland New Jersey today. So big spread across the board with regard to high temperature. But the higher temps inland are because we're going to see more sunshine there. Your headlines look like this. What should you expect? First of all, clouds with some sun today. Rain moves in late tonight. This is the steady stuff, folks, leading us into Memorial Day. So it does start off soggy tomorrow, especially across the city and points west. But for Long Island, it's not just a morning wet weather event. It looks to last until at least the mid to late afternoon. So we will all see some improvement tomorrow afternoon. But again, it's going to be soggiest, longest on the east end of Long Island. Temperature trend looks like this. Yesterday it was a high of 71, almost seasonable. Today 69. Then tomorrow 67 for Memorial Day, getting a little bit cooler because of the rain. That will keep those temperatures down. Tuesday we rebound right back to seasonable at 74, and after that we stay pretty much in the mid and upper 70s through the end of the week. On the vortex satellite and radar picture right now, we do have plenty of clouds out there. More sunshine, though, for western New Jersey. That's looking pretty good. Big picture, high pressure's in control, but is directing the winds out of the east, steering them. And with that, we're pushing that moisture in off the water. Those low clouds will be hanging tight today. Hour by hour, we'll take you through the forecast. 9 a.m. cloudy skies, again, hugging the coastline. More sunshine inland as we go into the afternoon, maybe a few more breaks of sun. Then overnight is when we see rain on the move. It will be in place tomorrow morning. Here we are, 8 a.m. Most of us dealing with some wet weather, maybe even some thunderstorms. By the midday, though, skies are clearing through the city and points west for the most part. East of the city, still very soggy after the noon hour. We'll see ultimate clearing, I think, by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon for everybody. No rain then, but still some lingering clouds. Check out your extended forecast. Today, 69 degrees, plenty of clouds, a few breaks of sun. Tomorrow at 67, stormy start, then some clearing through the afternoon. Tuesday, 74, late chance of showers and storms. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, looking fantastic, mid and upper 70s. Next Saturday, 74. And then we do again have a chance for some wet weather.
A lot of parades tomorrow. Hopefully the rain kind of moves off in time. But doesn't.
It's not looking great. Areas west of the city have a better chance of getting through the parade, you know, because of the timing. But if you're having parades east of the city tomorrow, it's not looking great.
No, we hope people will still come out.
Yes, exactly.
All right, thank you so much.
In sports this morning, a clutch home run helps the Yankees escape the A's.
Let's just set back for Cespedes. Here is Steve Overmeyer with your CBS 2 Sports Update.
Well, it's going to be a little bit longer before we see Yoenis Cespedes back with the Mets. He experienced some tightness in his quad before yesterday's rehab start. He will sit down until at least Tuesday. He's already missed a month. They could hardly afford to lose him for much more. The Mets are 5 games under 500 right now, and games without Yoenis Cespedes. In the meantime, they've made the most of it from their supporting staff. Jay Bruce in the 3rd, Travis d'Arnaud in the 4th, and then Lucas Duda goes yard on a 447-footer in the 5th. All of them solo home runs, though, unfortunately. Very unfortunate because no leave is safe with the Mets bullpen. And, of course, Pittsburgh would rally for 3 hits in the 9th, all of them on Addison Reed. John Jaso singling in the game-tying run. Then it goes to extra innings. It's Jaso once again, just out of the reach of Jay Bruce. And that's going to be the ball game. The Mets lose once again. They take another one on the chin, the bullpen does. 5-4 is the final in 10 innings. CC Sabathia is proof as to why we should take little stock in spring training. He pitched to a 6.75 ERA in the spring, but he gave New York another quality start. While in the outfield, Starlin Castro and Aaron Judge gave us visual definition of the word teamwork. But you can't win games without hits. In fact, New York was in the middle of being no hit until Matt Holliday comes through in the 6th inning against Oakland. They take a 3-1 lead, and one of the 2 hits for the Yankees, who held on to win after Dellin Betances worked the final 5 outs for a save. New York's first win at home with with 2 hits or less in 28 years. 3-2 is the final. For CBS 2 News, I'm Steve Overmeyer. Take care.
From pirates to hot lifeguards to a famous female superhero, you don't have to be bored this summer at the box office. There will be something for everyone. Eric Davis is managing editor of Fandango. He joins us with a rundown of the summer movie season for the first part of the summer.
Yes, the movies we're going to talk about is through the 4th of July.
Okay, and it seems like what's old is kind of new again in terms of this list.
Yeah, always in the summertime, you're going to get your sequels, your reboots, your remakes, you know, beginning with this weekend.
Right.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, well, it's a new Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp is back as Captain Jack Sparrow, and everybody wants to get at Jack Sparrow. This is, you know, I didn't think we needed another Jack Sparrow movie, and then I saw
which one is this one at this point?
This is like the 5th one. Yeah, no,
it's tough to keep track.
But you know what? It's pretty good. I like this one better than the original. Actually, I think it's on par with the original.
Really?
So if you like that first Pirates of the Caribbean, I think you're gonna like this. Javier Bardem plays the villain, does a great job.
Okay. Next up, Baywatch.
Yes.
To the big screen.
Baywatch, beaches, bods, biceps. Maybe one of the more attractive casts that have ever been assembled in a movie.
Right?
Dwayne Johnson, Zac Efron. This is a much raunchier version than the TV show. It is R-rated, so keep that in mind. This was voted most anticipated comedy of the summer in our big summer movie survey. Critics weren't so kind to it, but it's pretty harmless and it's fun to watch.
So what's the what is the plot for this?
Well, it's kind of like an action comedy. So they're trying to stop some crime caper that's happening, you know, while they're lifeguarding at the same time. So, I mean, the story isn't really why people are showing up for this. Zac Efron, Dwayne Johnson, shirtless for most of the movie. So you get that too.
Okay. Wonder Woman.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite movies of the summer so far. I think it's going to be one of the more entertaining films that you see this summer. Surprisingly, one of the best date movies that you will get this summer too. Yeah, it's got a great mix of action, adventure, humor, romance. Really great start for Wonder Woman, for that franchise. Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, is terrific, as is Chris Pine, who's kind of her sidekick in this film. The director told me that this is very much inspired by the 1978 Superman, so Christopher Reeve. So there's a genuineness to it, a sincerity to it, and that's what I really like about it.
And a little heart with the romance.
A little heart, too. Voted most anticipated film of the entire summer in our survey, so go Wonder Woman.
Okay. Despicable Me 3.
Yes, yes, or as my kids call it, Dad, just tell us the minions are in this film. You know, they are. The minions do return, as does Steve Carell voicing Gru. And Steve Carell also voices Gru's brother, Drew, who is a new character in this film. Trey Parker plays that villain that you see here dancing around, who was a former child star in the 80s. And so moms and dads of the 80s generation are going to find some relatable humor in that.
Oh, okay, so that's good. Good for kids and good for their parents as well. Rough Night.
Yeah, Rough Night, ladies' night. If you're looking for a ladies' night out this summer, it's probably going to be this movie. It's a female-driven ensemble about a bachelorette party that goes wrong when the male stripper that they hire accidentally dies. Scarlett Johansson, Jillian Bell, Kate McKinnon, Ilana Glazer. Great cast for this one. Sort of like a mix between The Hangover and an older film called Very Bad Things, which kind of reversed this plot with a bachelor party.
Gotcha. Okay, and Baby Driver.
Yes, this is among my favorite movies of the year.
Really?
Not even just summer.
Tell us why.
Year. You know, if you're looking to get away from the remakes, the reboots, the sequels, this is an original film about a getaway driver who had an accident when he was a little kid. He's played by Ansel Elgort, so he's got a ringing in his ear. So he's got to play music in his ear all the time to drown out the ringing. And so every scene in this film is sort of driven by its music. Great cast, Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, and it's just really original and unique.
Why is it so rare to have original movies?
Well, it's hard. You know, Hollywood likes to bank on stuff that has built-in audiences, so because they know you're already going to show up. So, you know, it's a little bit riskier to take a chance on something that's original. This filmmaker for Baby Driver, Edgar Wright, he did Shaun of the Dead, and he's done some other films, too, that are really something special, and so I highly recommend seeing Baby Driver.
All right, and then the last one, The Book of Henry.
Yeah, voted most anticipated thriller of the year, and you wouldn't necessarily think so if you look at the cast. Jacob Tremblay, the little kid from Room, if you remember him. Also, Maddie Ziegler, the girl from Dance Moms. Also, the little girl in the Sia music videos. Although this is a domestic thriller about parental abuse. And so, so it's got some heavy topics in it. Watch the trailer, Dance Moms fans who really want to see Maddie Ziegler. Watch the trailer, see if it's for you. But it does look really cool. And also an original movie, which...
Yeah, is rare. As we just said in the summer.
Yeah.
But a lot to pick from. Thank you so much for coming in, Eric. We always appreciate it, and we'll be right back.
When you drive the most awarded minivan of the year, you look like a winner. But back in our pre-Pacifica days, you suffered our share of loss. Dad may be shining like a diamond today, but he wasn't always the people's champion. What are you doing? Thanks to our Pacifica, he knows better now. Just wish he knew better then.
Bad boy for life. Now, during the Memorial Day Pacifica event, get $500 bonus cash. Or well-qualified current lessees of competitive minivans get an ultra-low mileage lease on the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica for $249 a month.
New York State is on the move, out with the old and in with the new. Toll booths are going out, and cashless tolling is coming in. It'll automatically read your Easy Pass or your license plate, so you don't even have to slow down. An Easy Pass will save you up to 50%. Without it, you're gonna get a bill in the mail and no discount. It's like throwing money out the window. So you can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Pamper your feet with this at-home pedicure.
I don't have time for that.
My feet get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's for Healthy Feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my feet back.
Did you know 90% of couples disagree on mattress firmness? Enter Sleep Number. She likes the bed soft. He's more hardcore. You can both adjust the bed for the best sleep of your life. Save $700 on the temperature balancing i8 bed. Go to sleepnumber.com for a store near you.
At IKEA, we believe that everything you need should be within reach. In an